Our next speaker is a master of communication, literally. Vincent Phipps is the CEO of Communication VIP, a college professor, and a certified speaking professional, a designation held by fewer than 1% of speakers worldwide. He is also the leader or the author of Lead Out Loud and Unbelievable Presentation Impact. And for nearly 3 decades, he's been helping professionals sharpen their leadership, listening, public speaking, and conflict resolution skills. Vincent is known for blending storytelling, strategy, and humor to keep audiences both engaged and empowered. And in this session, he'll show us how adapting to others' communication styles can transform conflict into collaboration and make us all more effective leaders. Please join me in welcoming Vincent Phipps.
Hello, everyone. How is everyone?
Everyone's doing great. How are you doing?
Doing fantastic. If you would find people, enter into the chat where you are speaking from or where you are located right now. I am in the fantastic state of Tennessee, home of Jack Daniels and Coca-Cola.
Two of the most important things that we
right there. You got it, Beth. Right there. If you would enter in where you all are from, wonderful. Oh, you are so kind. Thank you, Ricky. You are too kind.
Before you start, Vincent, before you get rolling, I want to make sure that the audience knows. So after this 30-minute presentation, Vincent is going to do an interactive kind of session in a separate session. So once this is finished and we say goodbye, you can head over to the agenda on the right-hand side of your screen and find the interactive session and join there to kind of like get the blood moving. To do some more like interactive participation. So, Vincent, do you need me or can I take my leave?
You can take your leave, but the world will always need you, Beth.
Oh, thanks, Vincent. Have fun.
Take care. Hello, fine people. Hope you all are doing very well. I want to let you know that today's purpose is to do a combination of 3 things. See, we got some folks from California, Utah, Nigeria's in the house. What's going on, Canada? Hey, good deal. We got some Seattle, NOLA. You know what? I'm an Atlanta Falcons fan, so we're going to show some love today for all of our New Orleans. Oh, we got some Santa Cruz, California. Oh, international, baby. Wonderful. Here is what I want us to do for our 30 minutes today. Then we will have an interactive session immediately after. If you don't have note-taking material, take it out right now. Here's what we're going to focus on. There's going to be 3 things we want to address today on this Zoom, on this call. Number 1, recognize your emotional intelligence. Recognize your EI. It's not just enough to know about EI of others, but you got to recognize it yourself. Second thing that we're going to do is to learn 4 types of emotional intelligence. Chances are you have one of these 4 that's really strong. So strong that you can't turn it off. You might be one of those no nonsense people. Can't smile to save your life, but you can get stuff done. You might be one of those real, quiet, low-key people that can be aggressive, but it takes you time to get comfortable because you like to warm up to people and you're very picky about who you hang around. You might be the energetic style that's all the way high-fiving, chest pounding, fist bumping. You might be that detailed person that needs numbers, dates, facts, and figures. So no matter what style you are, we're going to take a look at those 4 styles. The third thing we're going to do is to look at what we're going to call ego, which is your emotion, goal, and obstacles. If you are in sales, if you are in marketing, if you are in HR, if you're in IT, if you are a small business owner, if you are a seasoned professional, if you're a C-level executive, you've got to understand that all people are not all the same types of people. You can't treat everybody the same. I was born and raised in the South in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I was brought up to believe treat other people the way that you want to be treated. Do unto others as you have to do unto you. Treat other folks like you want them to treat you. Well, here's the problem with that. What if you are a no-nonsense kind of person and you talk to somebody else who's more gregarious or chit-chatty? You just can't treat them as if they're no nonsense. What if you are a high-fiving, interactive kind of person, but you have to talk to somebody that's not interactive, that's not as gregarious, that's not as sociable. You have to adapt. So instead of treating other people the way that you want to be treated, I want you to start treating other people the way that they want to be treated. That's the goal. We're going to do that today by looking at 4 types of communication styles. Here are those 4 types. Think of the word lead as in leadership. The first style is called the L styles, laid back and low key. The second style are called the energetics, E for energetic or emotional. The A is for those detail people. That stands for analytical and accurate. The D is for direct and dominant, those no nonsense people. So I want you to make sure that you know which style is closest to you. So in a moment, I want you all to type in which style you think you are. I'll say those styles again. Laid back. If you think you're laid back, low key, type in laid back. If you're energetic and emotional, write in energetic. If you're analytical, put in the word analytical. If you're direct or dominant, put in the word direct or dominant. So right now, L, E, A, or D. Type in which style of the 4 you think is closest to you. Put that in the chat right now. Oh, you guys are nice. I'll give a recap. No problem. No problem. If you're just joining in, let's do a quick recap. My name is Vincent Phipps. I am in the great state of Tennessee. Our goal today is to do 3 things. Number 1, recognize the emotional intelligence of others. Number 2, understand the 4 styles of laid back, energetic, analytical, and direct. And number 3, I want you to learn how to adapt to those 4 styles. You're going to adapt by a component we're going to call ego, emotion, goals, and obstacles. So whether you're in sales, HR, marketing, real estate, human performances, if you are in development, training, small business owner, finance, information technology, medical field, it is imperative that you know how to make sure you adapt your communication style. Let's take a look at what makes up different types of emotional intelligence. First, let's define emotional intelligence. This is a word that's often used, EI. We got so much stuff going on with AI, which is artificial intelligence. Sometimes I think that AI is actual intelligence because we need the information that comes from people. But that EI, how do you talk to people? How do you treat people? How do you adapt to people? Emotional intelligence is the following. This is part of what I'm basing my dissertation on for my PhD that I hope to conclude in 2026. It is so hard doing a PhD. Oh my God, it's a lot of work. I got carpal tunnel just from the papers, baby. Here is how I want you to consider what is the definition of EI. Emotional intelligence is the recognition and the active adaptation to the communication and listening styles of others. I'll say that again. EI, emotional intelligence, is the recognizing and the adapting of communication and leadership styles to others. For example, if you are a no nonsense kind of person and you're a manager, you're leading a team, you're a get it done, 2 o'clock, Friday, you're sending 1 and 2 word text messages and you're that no nonsense, hear you, everybody gather around, we have A, B, and C. John, you do it. Jack, you do it. Lisa, you do it. Thank you. Good night. And that's when you talk to people. It's unrealistic to assume everybody else is going to adapt to you. You need to make sure you are adapting to others. So if you are a certain style, it's not enough just to be you all the time. You want to adapt. Let's take a look at who we got in the room. We got some laid backs. We got some analyticals. Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you, Nina. I'm trying to keep the energy, Nina. You all right, Nina. You can stay. Who else we got? We got sugar. We got EA, one of EA, wonderful. Analytical, awesome, fantastic. All right. Good deal, energy. Oh, you are so kind. Thank you so much. You all are awesome. Let's take a look at the 4 styles. First, there's the laid back styles. Laid back styles, write this down, everyone. Laid back styles make up 40% of our population. I have given this survey and done this for almost 30 years in Central Europe, Canada, all throughout North America, throughout the United Kingdom, different parts of the Caribbean. So I haven't gone all over the world. I haven't gone to the Middle East. I have gone as far as Madrid in Spain, have not been to Australia. So my data is not every country in existence, but we've covered probably somewhere between 75 to 80% of the nation, of the world. So this data is an international study. Laid back styles make up 40% of the population. They're the biggest of the emotional styles. Laid back styles are no pressure people. They don't like to argue. Laid back styles dislike confrontation, and laid back styles are introverted. They're people focused, which means they may not talk out loud in a room full of strangers, but a laid back style will talk a lot in a small group to select people if they have trust in you and you've earned their respect. They'll be very chatty, but they're very selective. Laid back styles are also passive aggressive. In other words, if you have an argument with a laid back style and they start talking to you for a few days, and then one day they bring you a cup of coffee, don't drink it. They done hooked you up, baby. You don't want that because they're passive aggressive people. They may send you a nice email or a text message letting you know how they feel. They don't want to talk to you in person because they're introverted. The second style are going to be the energetics. The energetics are the second largest of the four types of emotional intelligence between laid back, energetic, analytical, and direct people. The second largest style are those energetics. They make up 28% of the population. Those energetics, just like the laid backs, are people focused. The difference is those energetic styles want to engage with everybody. They want to own the room. To the energetic style, the party starts when they walk in. Those energetic styles, their focus is to engage and to conversate. They don't need to be the boss, but they want to have a platform where they can be heard, where they can speak up, where they can share their ideas. If you are those energetic styles, the goal for them is not control and it's not even completion. For energetic styles, the goal is let's engage, let's chit chat. Now let's stop right there if we get to the next two. Those laid back styles at 40% and those energetic styles at 28%. Add those two styles together, 40 plus 28 is 68%. In other words, almost 7 out of 10 people are going to be people focused. The laid back styles are people focused and very selective about who they let in their world. The energetic styles, come on, come on, baby. The party started, party over here, because those energetic styles are very gregarious and sociable. Those laid back styles are more selective and more reserved. Those are our two styles that are on the people side that are going to be more conducive to relationships. There's two other styles that are not as much focused on people. These other two styles are focused on project management. The first style is going to be the direct and dominant style. These styles are the second largest of the four between laid back, energetic, analytical, and direct. The direct styles make up 18% of the population. Those direct styles, they're not trying to be chit chatty. They ain't trying to be your friend. They ain't trying to go have wings with you at dinner. They're not trying to find out what you did for the weekend. They may not ask you about your kids or your private life. They said they're thinking one thing. Those direct styles is thinking one thing. Did you finish? Is it done? Can we move on? Hey, them direct styles, we got things to do, baby. Direct styles wake up every morning, whether they're black, white, male, female, from Alabama to Afghanistan. Those direct styles wake up every morning with a mental or a written checklist, and they're thinking, either you're on my checklist and you're helping me get things done, or you're not on my checklist and you are causing a problem. Those direct styles want things done all the time. They want to get things moving. Direct styles are not concerned about your feelings or your emotions or your personal life. They're focused on completion. The fourth and final style are going to be the energetic styles. I think my light, let me move on. Let's turn the lights on. We'll turn the lights on. We'll turn the lights on right there. Okay, lights are going to come on. And got the lights back on. Okay, good deal. I am in my office. You got that motion sensor. You got to move around. You think as much as I'm moving, the lights would have stayed on. The fourth and final style are the analyticals. This is the smallest of the four styles. Between the laid back, energetic, analytical, and the direct styles, the analyticals are statistically the smallest. They only make up 14% of the population. Here's what this means. With these analytical styles, they are focused on accuracy and data. They don't care about your stories. They don't care about charm. They don't care about humor. They don't care about your personal feelings. It's all data and analytics to analytical styles. Let me give you an example. If the sign in the hallway in your office says, do not run in the hallway, that's the rule. That's the policy. That is the process that everyone must follow. No running in the hallway. If a fire breaks out in that building and the sign is on the wall, do not run in the hallway, those analytical styles, they ain't gonna make it. They will not make it because rules are rules. And those analytical styles are unforgiving of those who don't follow process, who don't follow procedure, who don't do their research. Those analytical styles have an issue with anybody trying to circumvent the process. And that's where the challenge comes in between these four styles of laid back, energetic, analytical, and direct styles. Before we move on, here's what I want you to do. Right now in the chat, instead of typing in what you think your style is, right now, I want you to type in which style drives you crazy, which style drives you nuts, which style is the most challenging for you to talk to. Is it laid back people? Is it energetic people? Is it analytical people? Or is it direct people? Put that in the chat right now and let me know which style is most challenging for you. Do that now. And I think you got some questions coming in. Ricky, if you're there, sir, and you can help me with some of those questions, please let me know, brother. I want to address everybody. I don't want to leave anybody out, baby. From Chattanooga to China, I want to get everybody. Let's take a look at laid backs. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Jessica. Laid backs. My wife is laid back. I like to go on vacation and I like to have more of a let's just go and we'll kind of wing it when we get there. My wife likes a strategy, what date, what's the hotel, how far is it from the shopping area, let me see the rooms. Then she reads all the Google reviews. Like, woman, sugar. Then we get Project Direct. I hear you, Nina. Mariana says energetic. Gotcha. Here are some strategies, and we're going to discuss this more when we go to the interactive room. Write down the following. Write down these three letters. Write down these three letters. E-G-O. I'll say that again. E-G-O. The E stands for emotion. The G stands for goals. And the E stands for, emotion, goals, and obstacles. The O is for obstacles. The E, in terms of emotion, is how does this person communicate overall? The G is for the goals. Here's what makes this person motivated. The O is for the obstacles that frustrates the heck out of this person. I'm going to go through all four of these. So make sure you jot these down because I want you to take this information with you. Now, I have a slideshow that I can share with everyone that's part of this call that we can make sure we get to you. But I want you to get this right now. For laid back styles, their emotion is going to be reserved. They're laid back people and they're not, hey, look at me. If they're in a room and they're ignored, laid back styles are thinking, whoo, it's working. Whoo, they're leaving me alone. Laid back styles will go to a room of strangers, find the coziest corner, and they pray you don't come up to them. But they may talk in small groups, one-on-one, but they're not comfortable in front of groups unless they're fully prepared. The goal for laid back styles, peace. The goal for laid back styles, harmony. The goal for laid back styles, consistency. If it was this way on Monday, it should be this way on Tuesday. If the process has 3 steps in June, it ought to have 3 steps in February. Laid back styles like processes and procedures. The obstacle for laid back styles dislike confrontation. They're not yellers, they're not screamers, they're not banging on the table. So if you have a laid back style in your life and you need to talk to them, first send them an email or a voicemail or a text that sounds something like this. Hey, Bobby. Hey, Becky. I'd like to speak with you about what we discussed last week. Please let me know when is a good time that works best for you. I'm available between 1 and 3 p.m. today, and I'd like to discuss next steps and strategies. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Becky. Look forward to hearing back from you. If you walk up to Bob or Becky and go, hey, remember that conversation we had last week? Yeah, I want to talk about it right now. You're not going to have a good outcome with the laid back style. It's not how they operate. If you have a tough time with energetic styles, here is the ego of those energetic styles. Once again, you'll get all of this in the slide. So if you're not jotting this down, make sure you're listening well. Here is the emotion, goal, and obstacle of those emotional styles. The emotion of energetic styles is going to be upbeat and engaging. They've never met a stranger. They could have met somebody at a bar yesterday, and they see them the next day at a grocery store, and they'll say, hey, my good friend, man, you met them yesterday, they ain't your good friend. But that's the way they roll. They're engaging, they're conversational. The goal of energetic styles is connection. They're collaborators, they're idea generators, they're connectors of people. They are the type of people that get their energy from being around other people. Laid back styles get their energy being by themselves. Laid back styles, when they're alone, laid back styles go, whoo, Lord, finally, I can rest. Ain't nobody around. Energetic styles are thinking, where's all the people? Hey, people, here I come, baby. Laid back styles are comfortable in small groups. Energetic styles are uncomfortable in small groups unless they're the ones talking. The obstacle for energetic styles is follow through. Energetic styles have lousy follow through. Great intentions. They love people, but sugar. They can't finish anything. They have a plethora of uncompleted projects. They're idea generators. So if you have an energetic style in your life and they say, hey, ooh, wouldn't it be cool if, hey, I got a great idea. Have them write it down, give them a due date, give them a calendar, give them a follow-up date, because they're not trying to be evasive. Their overall emotional intelligence is idea, strategies, suggestions, fun, engagement, but not completion. Let's look at our analytical style. The analytical style's ego is going to be emotion of cautious. Analytical styles are always nervous, or they seem always nervous, because we're always looking around like, have we double checked this? What's the rule book say? Can you show me that policy? Where'd you find that? Where's that hyperlink? Hey, I found this book. Have you read this study before? You know, I watched this video that says they're constantly, they're information gatherers. So their overall emotion is going to be caution, reserve, nervousness. Are we sure? Did we measure it? Did we test it? Did we look at this? What's the rule? What's the policy? What's the law say? They're constantly looking for information gathering. Their goal for the analytical style, their goal to be right. They're not trying to be funny. They're not even trying to be the leader. They're not even trying to be appreciated in terms of like me. They don't care if you like them or not. They say, like my data, like my information, like my research, like my facts, because to them, it's more important to be accurate than to be popular. I'll say that again. The analytical styles, to them, to the analytical styles, it's more important to be accurate than it is to be popular. The challenge with analytical styles is that they have almost no flexibility. The world is very black and white to them. If the speed limit says 70 and you're going 72, you're breaking the law. If there's no theft allowed and they steal a paper clip, get rid of them. They broke the rule. If the deadline is the 15th and they turn it in on the 16th, it's late. To those analytical styles, they can come across as unforgiving because they have such a high standard of excellence and accuracy. There's very little wiggle room in their world. So if you talk to an analytical style, make sure you do two things if you talk to an analytical style. Number one, before you talk to an analytical style, do your research. Have your facts. Number two, make sure you let them know that there's a deadline of what you're trying to accomplish. If you do not give them a deadline, here's what's going to happen. I'm looking at you. You guys are awesome. You all are too kind. Thank you. I'm reading this. If you do not give an analytical style a deadline, they will critique and perfect and tweak. Lord, they'll never finish because they're not looking at time, fast, efficiency, completion. They're thinking it's only 99.7% complete. I've got another 0.3. I need another month until it's ready. You may have been happy with it at 90%. So those analytical styles, they can overprocess, they can overanalyze. But to them, it's all in the sake of accuracy, data. I want this to be right. The fourth and final style is going to be the direct style. Here's the emotion, goal, and obstacle of those direct styles. Here's their ego. Their emotion is going to seem like they're mad, they're angry, always in a hurry. Their goal is completion. Get it done, baby. Let's finish it. And their obstacle will be people skills. They're not the most congenial. They're not the kind of people like, oh, you have a headache? That's why the project didn't finish? I understand. Don't worry about it. I'll do it myself. They'll say, look, I had a backache, toothache, and an ankle, and broken ankle. I finished my data. Your leg was broken. And then wrong with your hands. You could have typed it. So those, those direct styles, finish it, completion, data. Those are the four styles of laid back, energetic, analytical, and direct. I hope this information was helpful. I hope to see you all in the interactive session. We're going to go a little bit deeper about these four types of emotional intelligence.
Thanks, Vincent. Wow. I mean, your energy is amazing. I'll start by saying that. And I think that everyone in the chat would agree. I don't know if I've ever seen more engagement in the chat than I have in this last 30 minutes.
Thank you so much, Beth. Thank you.
Like Vincent said, we are moving on to kind of an interactive session. So if you want to continue this conversation, if you want to, like I said, get the blood flowing, you want to learn more about lead and ego and see where you fit in these spectrums and how you can handle people who are on different parts of the spectrum than you, make sure you go to the agenda on the right-hand side of your screen and then find the session called Interactive Session with Vincent Phipps. I would love to be there. I can't, but it will be recorded. So
now, where do I need to go? I need to click on the next link, Beth?
Yeah, so you'll go to the agenda and then find the session that's called Interactive Session with Vincent Phipps.
You got it. See you in a bit.
Once you're there.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks, Vincent.
My pleasure.